Hey friends, welcome to the In Focus podcast, a show for photographers who are looking to grow and scale a photography business that feels good. I'm your host, Gina, a wedding and elopement photographer, industry educator, coach, and most importantly, your friend. On this show, we'll dive into actionable strategies, industry trends, and all things photography related so you can leave each episode feeling inspired and in focus. Welcome back to season 2 of the In Focus podcast. You guys, I've missed you. I am kicking off the year with an episode that's going to give you the momentum I know you've been craving. But first, hey guys, how's it going? We took a pause during wedding season, not intentionally, but we're back. How did your wedding seasons go? No, truly, I would love to actually hear from you. So feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'm at gina.paulson and let me know. I personally take a nice little winter break from December 16th through January 5th, which was so welcomed and so needed and a great opportunity to just take my mind off of what I grind on all year long. It allowed me the space to refocus and refine and just get excited again about what I do. So if you are in a space of feeling any form of burnout from last season, I highly, highly recommend taking some time off, stepping away, do other things, and then come back to this episode. This is the ultimate reset episode for wedding photographers. So whether you're still riding the high from last season, maybe you're emerging from the burnout depths of overbooking or feeling in a creative rut or ready to just go full speed into this year or somewhere in between, today my goal is for there to be something in here to re-inspire you, refocus you, and give you just enough to start moving forward, even if it's just 1% momentum forward. So today, we're talking about the 4 R's, and they are going to be reflect, reset, reignite, and rebuild. And my goal for you is to walk away inspired, focused, ready to take some aligned action in your business. I know. How do you guys miss this? Me too. Let's go. First up is going to be the first R, and that's going to be reflect. So I want you guys to look back before you leap forward into this year. So let's just have a quick moment of honesty. If you keep sprinting forward in your business without looking back, you're going to miss the opportunity to course correct. And the best time to do that is right now when things are a little bit slower. So listen to my voice. If you do not do this, you are setting yourself up for misalignment down the road. I would love for you to do this with a pen and paper in hand, but if you are like me and you listen to podcasts while you drive, just give yourself time and space to really think about these by pausing the episode as we go through. And so that way you can actually walk away from this episode with something. So here are the prompts that I want you to ask yourself. First up, what were your top 3 weddings or sessions of 2025? I want you to get really specific with this, like the exact session or the exact wedding. Client names, the location, maybe the time of year, or maybe it was vendors that you worked with. The more specific and the more detailed that you can be with this, the better. For example, maybe it was that 30-person forest elopement in July where you felt totally connected to not only the couple, but all of the guests there as well. They were laid back and they gave you complete creative control and they were just so excited to have you present, that kind of detail. Looking at your year, what specifically made these sessions enjoyable? Maybe it was the couple's energy, the location, the timeline, their budget, the trust that they gave you. And then how did you feel during these sessions? Were you calm, excited, creative, present, confident? What did these clients do that made your job easier? Maybe they had really clear communication, or they were flexible, or they had a lot of respect for you and your time. Did these sessions align with the work that you want more of, or were they a surprise favorite? It's just a good question to look back on and reflect on. And if you could clone one of these clients, what traits would they have? Is it the budget range you'd want to see more of, or their personality, or their priorities, or their values? 2 of my personal favorite weddings of last summer were actually big weddings, 300 plus person weddings. And this actually surprised me a lot because I love intimate weddings. I, for a while, was thinking I was going to specialize in intimate weddings and elopements. But when I look back at my season, those 2 and the days that I had, they stand out as highlights for me. They were also both midsummer with really warm weather, sunshine. They were at these elevated barn venues, which also surprised me as well because I feel like barn venues are just give people a bad taste in their mouth. But I just loved the days. There was lots of colorful florals, big, excited bridal parties and lots of focus on spending time celebrating with their friends and family. Like 2 of my 3 were that, which again, it just surprised me and it's good to reflect on and ask myself if I want more of that. Whatever your top 3 were, look for overlapping words and repeating elements and similar thoughts because those are clues you want more of that. Okay, our next question. What drained the life out of you this year? Just like the previous question, we want to get really specific and clear on this, especially this one though, because we do not want more of these in your future. These are the bookings that just left you feeling depleted, unexcited, uninspired. For example, 90-minute sunset sessions that took 3 hours round trip for $400 and pulled you away from your family on weeknights. Cool, maybe we don't need these to live on your calendar this year, all right? I think another way to look at this one is maybe less focus on specific sessions and get more specific on maybe capacity or workload or types of sessions. I know for me personally, I took on too many weekday family sessions in the fall and it really did drain me. While booking them felt good, and it's just a few hours each evening is what I told myself, it really did add up fast in terms of editing, feeling like rinse and repeat every single night, and a lot of nights away from my family, and that's really our time together. So looking back on what drained you, was it the work itself or how it fit into your life? Maybe it was the time of day, or maybe there was a lot of turnaround pressure with these. Like, for example, mini sessions, there is a lot of turnaround pressure that time of year, emotional labor, logistics. Did these jobs drain you before or during or after the session? Is another just like thing to think about. Sometimes there's anticipation anxiety versus in the moment stress versus editing resentment. Were you underpaid for the amount of energy required? Too much of any of this is a fast track to burnout. So again, just getting really clear on like what drained you, why did it drain you, how did it make you feel, and making sure that we remove that from your calendar going forward. Question number 3. What brought in the most income with the least amount of resistance? Example, you booked 5 full weekend weddings at $6,500 and they were chill, aligned, and joyful. Why are we not chasing more of those? I love this question because it really shows where you are most aligned in your business. This is such a powerful one to dig deeper into. It's asking yourself which offers in your business felt easiest to sell. Maybe it was full weddings or add-ons or albums or mini sessions or engagement sessions. Which inquiries converted the fastest and who booked without the back and forth or hesitation? Which jobs required the least emotional labor of the money earned? This one matters more than we talk about, but the emotional toll of what we do weighs on us more than we realize. And the ones that feel light and easy are absolute gold in our business. And again, we want more of that. Where do these clients come from? Were they referrals, Instagram, SEO, from planners or venues, or maybe they're repeat clients? And lastly, are you currently and intentionally marketing towards these types of bookings, or are you just hoping they happen? You already know what I'm going to say here. Let's stop hoping they're going to just magically land in your inbox and let's get strategic. All right, question number 4. What part of your business felt easy and natural? For example, you loved sending your gift boxes, you got great feedback on your timelines, clients said they felt seen. That is your superpower. When thinking about this one, you could ask yourself, what do clients consistently compliment you on? Maybe it's like your calming presence or your easy posing guidance or clear and fast communication. Maybe it's your unique editing style. Where do you feel like yourself? So not performing, not proving, you're just being you and you're good at it. Or how about this? If someone hired you specifically for one thing that you're great at, what do you think it would be? These are the things that feel easy and natural, and they are your personal superpower. Your differentiation in your business doesn't come from doing more. It comes from leaning into what's already working and what you're already crushing it at. So keep doing those things. Okay, that is part 1. That's our reflect portion of the R's. I hope it had you thinking about your season, your work, and hopefully even some things that you want to change before this next season. We're going to move into the next one. The second R was shifting into reset. And when I say reset, this is a digital, physical, and mental reset. All right, so let's clean house. First up, your digital reset. This is a great time to archive your inbox. Sis, I'm talking to you. I see you with your 342 red email notifications or your 52 open old projects inside of your CRM. If they didn't book you in 2025, they're probably not booking. So let's clean house, let's start fresh, and let's reset. Next up in your digital reset is going to be tech. So whether you're starting a new 2026 folder on your current hard drive or opting to start fresh and clean, get your technology and hard drives ready for this year. I personally start every year on 2 new hard drives. I do 2 external drives. One is set up as like an automatic mirror of the other for backup. So I just each year buy 2 of them, plug them in, set them up, and get ready for the year that way. A quick next digital reset is going to be a quick visit to your social media profile. We're not going to do a full social media reset here, but I do want you to at least read your bio and decide if you need to adjust anything from last season. So, like, for example, if it still says booking 2025, we need to update that. Keep this one short and an easy win. We're not going to be dwelling on your posts or anything else here. It's a quick reset, just making sure that when people visit your profile, it's up to date. And then the last part of this digital reset is going to be auditing your CRM workflows. Are they still accurate? Do they reflect your current pricing and your delivery timelines? This one can feel tedious. And I have a few episodes coming up where we are going to re-dive into this step by step. I think there are even some episodes from last year that we walk through this too, but start with one workflow or one funnel, whatever you want to call it. I personally would start with a potential client's inquiry flow first, since we want to be booking more weddings right now, and work through each piece of that to get it up to date. Then you can work through the actual booking client's workflow and then a booked client's workflow if they're different. It feels heavy, but Rome was not built in a day. So what brick can we focus on today? Client inquiry information is a great place to start, and just start the process of your digital reset here. Okay, the next part of our digital reset is going to be physical. Maybe I should call it tangible, but I'm talking about your actual physical items in your business, like your gear. First up, you're going to wash your camera straps and your bag. Seriously, they're gross. My holdfast strap literally gets sweat marks, like pit stains on it, and it's absolutely disgusting. So I normally wash it each off season. I've even like restained it, like the leather in the past. I should be embarrassed to admit this to you guys, but I know y'all are just as sweaty as me on those 85-degree plus days. So I'm not embarrassed at all. I know you guys stink too. Next up, we're going to clean your car if it doubles as gear storage. I literally just took my external lights out of my trunk. It is January. I haven't had a wedding since October. It's fine. Yes, it's time to clean your car. We're also going to restock packaging and frequently used items. So things like USBs, if you still send those to your clients, thank you notes, prints, that kind of stuff. This is the time of year to reorder and replenish things you'll need for this season. Things even like memory cards too, if you send client welcome guides or welcome prep guides. Now is the time to take inventory and reorder them so it's all ready for you when you get busy in wedding season. If you are anything like me and you set your bag down after your last wedding and then didn't touch it for 2 months, this is your sign to open it back up. We're going to reorganize it. We're going to clean it out, sort it, replenish, reset. And the final part of our reset here is going to be a mental reset. Personally, this is one of my most important and needed resets of this entire thing. But first off, we're going to get our calendars out. I want you to update your calendar for this year. You should have a fresh new calendar for 2026 with your personal weekends first. This was one of the biggest game changers in my own business, but blocking my personal life off first allowed me to build a business that supports it, not runs it. Things like family vacations, kids' school breaks, holidays, maybe your personal anniversaries or birthdays in your life, trips that you want to take, or even just take some freaking weekends off, especially in the summertime. In the Pacific Northwest, it's so beautiful here. So blocking off time that you know you're just going to need to refill your soul. I am also going to take you back to part 1 of this, which was reflect. And if you felt drained by work capacity, this is a good time to get realigned with that, right? If you were drained out in the fall like I was, this is a time to block off some of those weekends for next year so that way you don't get to that point again. Lastly, in the mental reset, and we are getting a little woo-woo here, but there's power in a mental reset that's rooted in energy clearing and manifesting and intentional mindset shifts. So first, a little breathing exercise. I want you guys to take a deep breath and just on the exhale, as you breathe out, We are going to breathe out the things that did not serve you from last year. Things like comparison, fear, urgency. Just breathe that shit out, all right? You already carried it for an entire year. You're done with it. Maybe it's a specific client or a project that just felt heavy. Exhale that far away from you. You're done with it. Clear that space that it's taking up inside of you for something new and more aligned and more serving. Each exhale allowing you to clear space for what's to come. So now that you have space for this, I want you to answer this. What would success look like for you this year? There are no limits here. There's no right and there's no wrong. You have plenty of space and energy now to fill it with whatever that might look like for you. How many weddings would you be proud of? Or how much income? How much profit? What feelings would success feel like? I want you to dream big here. I want you to answer this as if in 1 year, everything you write down and think of is going to come true. Okay, so we started with reflection and then we went through our reset. Part 3 is going to be reignite. And by this, I mean we're going to get excited to market again. This is about falling back in love with your brand and your booking process. In the thick of shooting and editing and then coming off of a busy season, it's so easy for marketing to just fall to the back burner. Like it's the last thing that we want to be doing right now. We're so tired. But I'm pulling you out of your dark caves and back into the world of growth, my friends. Grab my hand. You're going to be just fine. First up, we're going to refresh your portfolio. I'm talking about replacing the homepage images that no longer reflect your dream work. Change your verbiage to reflect what you're booking and where your business is headed. This is nice and quick and easy. We're not doing a full website redo right now. Just a little face update on your homepage and your initial portfolio that clients might see, okay? I want you to spend no more than 10 to 15 minutes on this. Next, we're going to update your Instagram pin post. I truly think there are a lot of strategies that can work for pinned posts. I don't think there's a one way to do it, but a few ideas I think to include are 1, a pinned post about your booking info or a reel about your 2026 vibes. So here you're just letting people know how to work with you or what you're all about. Another strong pinned post is a client review carousel showcasing positive words about what the experience was actually like from a client's perspective. Another great post to be pinned is a post that tells your story. Why do you shoot weddings? And this just allows potential clients to connect with you. Showcasing one of your weddings from your top 3 that we picked out in the reflection portion of this reset, or maybe awards or accolades, these just support your credibility. So deciding what you want to be pinned at the top of your profile and just updating it if needed. In this reignite phase, again, we're just getting excited about marketing. It's a great time to create connection content. So if you're wanting to create less tension in bookings, an easy way to do that is to allow potential clients to connect with you before they've even inquired with you. I can't tell you how many times I get an inquiry where they're like, oh, I've been following you for a while and I already know we would connect, or I already know our vibes would match so well. It happens all the time. And that's just because I show up on my stories. I've been showing up on my stories for a long time. People start following me. And then when it does come time to hiring a photographer, they feel like they already know me. So think of this as ways potential clients can connect with you as a human being and not just your work. These are posts about the real you. Maybe it's behind the scenes, editing days, home office, coffee rituals. Why? Because people book people and trust sells. Another part of reigniting your marketing is going to be getting some fresh testimonials. I'm an advocate for Google reviews, but any way you can get and share real proof of past clients' satisfaction is great. Maybe send an email to last year's wedding clients asking for a positive review. Offer a free coffee or a $10 print credit if they feel like sharing. New clients want to see recent reviews of what it's like to work with you. Lastly, and this one comes down to your own personal energy right now, but this is a time of year for creative content that fuels you. It's the fun stuff, the kind of shoots that you were doing before you were getting paid to do this. If you're needing that creative spark back in your business, I encourage you to try to plan a content shoot just for you. No pressure, no clients, just your creative brain getting to play. These things we just covered, they should all ignite little fires in your marketing efforts to just get the ball rolling again and get those inquiries trickling back in. Okay, our last part of our reset, number 4, is going to be rebuild. And this is all about setting real goals that serve your actual life. Okay, and in this one, I'm going to really, really encourage you to at least write them down, whether you're doing that right now or when you get to a place that you can't. So if you're driving in the car, sometimes I'll just even send myself a voice note to remind myself of the thoughts I'm having or the ideas I'm having while I'm driving. But then when I get to a place I can actually sit down and put pen to paper, that's where the magic happens. And the power behind that is that sometimes if we don't do it, they don't get done. A really good example of this, and it's not the exact same, but I was needing to schedule my kids' dentist appointments. They were 6 months past due on their appointment. I know, I'm an awesome mom. And it was just one of those things that I needed to do almost every single day, and it just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed to the back burner. So what I finally did in December was I put it on my calendar to-do list for the day. It is literally the smallest task. I did not think I need to actually make a moment for it on my to-do list, but the day I did that, it actually got done. And that is just the power of when something is written down and you get your eyes on it, it's giving life for it to actually get completed. So that's what I hope you guys can do with this rebuild phase and getting these thoughts and goals on paper that we're about to come up with. Okay, here we go. So rebuild. Not everyone needs 40 weddings a year or 10K packages. So let's reverse engineer this for you. If you want to make 100K this year, you shoot 15 weddings at 6,500, that's 97,500. Add in 10 mini sessions at 300 and a few albums, and you're there. Now ask yourself, how many weekends off do you want? What income number gives you peace, not panic? Do you want to outsource your editing this year? Do you want to add coaching or sell guides or have time for something else that you value in life? This rebuild phase is all about getting really dialed in on your specific goals that allow you to live the life that you want. In the mental reset portion of this reset, we dreamt up what success would look like for you. So in this part of the reset, you're going to define it. You're going to put numbers to it. You're going to break it down and make a plan for it. Rebuilding your 2026 year into specific and number-oriented goals that give you things to check in on, give you a plan to follow, and a plan to aim for. Okay, we did it. Y'all knew I was going to come back with a banger, and this one was not light. It's an overhaul, a complete reset, and now's kind of the time to do it. So here's what I want you to do right now. 1, I want you to clean your desktop, both physical and your computer desktop. I want you to organize your files. I want you to toss clutter. 2, I want you to update your pinned post for 2026. 3, I want you to text a photographer friend, share this episode, ask them to be your accountability buddy. We all need an accountability buddy. This is a lot to get through, but I swear with a friend, it gets easier. And 4, I want you to write down a few of your 2026 rebuild goals that you came up with. I want you to put them on a sticky note and I want you to stick it under your desk. We're going to totally forget about it, but then in 1 year from now, I can't wait for you to find it and see all those goals that you absolutely crushed. You do not need to change everything overnight. I'm just asking you to move 1% forward every single day. That's how empires are built, and that's how dream businesses are shaped. And that's how you stay in love with photography year after year. I'm over a decade into this, and I'm telling you, it's not a sprint. It's much more enjoyable to settle into a pace that you can maintain. One step at a time, one task at a time. I know I dropped a lot of energy into you today, and my goal is that you can walk away even with just one small task to tackle. When you need more, you know where to find this episode and my podcast and come back to it. If this episode helped you reset or sparked new ideas, share it with a friend. Tag me at Gina.Paulson on Instagram. We are in this together. 2026 is going to be everything that you want it to be. You just have to do the work. And you know I'm always here cheering you on. Until next time, friends, keep smiling and stay focused.